Hello everybody, welcome to yet another tutorial about frames per second and slow motion, and now we are going to cover up slow motion edit in Gopro Cineform. This is a quick guide, so I'm then going to give you an overview over the other tutorials in the end of this tutorial. So then we go directly into Gopro Cineform, and in the Gopro Cineform you put in your new frames per second you want. That's the user interface there. So as an example, if you have a 50 frames per second shot, then you put in 25 frames per second. This is just a calculation I did, so you know it's a little bit different, just some small different in the Gopro Cineform. As you know, then you are more correctly up to NTSC system. So then if you want 60 frames per second source file for a half speed, then you for sure then put in 29.97 frames per second and so on. We can also take an example from a shot done with GoPro Hero 3, the black edition, where you can do film even up to 240 frames per second. And if you want this 8 times slower, then you put in 29.97 frames per second, then you have it's 8 times slower. So then we can go and do that directly in the Gopro Cineform. Here I have the table as well if I need it. So here we have a windsurfing clip, and we want to make this in half speed. Then you choose this by, it's gray up there. Then you go into advanced settings. In the advanced settings you put in, I always put in high quality, and then for sure this is not a difficult thing. Then you choose 25 frames per second, then press OK, and then add to conversion list. And then as you can see now, here we have a 6.5 second, and here we have 13 seconds now. And then with this selected, then you press convert, and then this is converted, and when you convert it, it's then saved to the place you want it to be saved. You can change the directory here to where you want it to be saved. I have saved to desktop, so you know it's kind of nice to know that when you have converted, the video in fact are saved one place. And as you can see here, now we have half speed directly. Maybe it's a laggy here now when we're doing a screen recording. So, but if you want to do some more edit on that, you can also go into step 2, and automatically this converted clip here is then imported into this place here. And then when you mark it, then you can have a look at the half speed here directly as well. I have to put the sound down. Okay. As you can see now, it's in half speed, and then you can do more things to it if you want. Okay, so then we are going to go back to, we are going to clear that, remove clip, and then we are going back here. We're going to remove that one, remove clip, so we have everything clean. So now we are going to do this. I think we are going to do it, I think it's for fun, we take it 10 times slower. I was talking about 8 times slower, but I think we're going to take it 10 times slower, so then we end up with around 24 frames per second, or in the Gopro Cineform 23.98 frames per second. Okay, we choose this, we go in, I think we now take an in and out point as well, because this clip is quite long. We take in point there, and maybe we already have this out point correctly. Yeah, I think that's okay. Out point there, I think. Out, and then with this in out point, we then go into the advanced settings again. I take it to the high, and then we go directly to 23.98, and then press OK. Add to conversion list, and then convert. Okay, there we are. Now it's converted, and again, if you want to open it, you can open it directly here and open it in the player you normally use. As you can see here, 10 times slower. You know, wow, super cool. And for sure, then you can also go in under imported new files, and then you can go in and sorry, I meant go in under step 2 edit. And then you can have do some adjustment there as well. we can also put the playback to the best resolution. As you can see here now, it's what's not the best quality, and then you can do some changes there as well. So that was it for this conversion, everything, and then you just can do again some adjustment here and then export it and everything. So then we go back to the presentation for looking at that, and then we're going to have an overview over the other parts of this tutorial. As you can see, this is the slow motion convertible. As told you, this is possible to download at yetanother-solution.blogspot.com. It's also possible to download 2 source files. The source file you saw in this tutorial, this is the windsurfer. This is a frame 50 frames per second, and this cross country 240 frames per second. And that is just if you want to play around with shotgun with more frames per second, if you want to test out your software. So we are going to give you a short overview over the other parts of this tutorial series. It's total 11 in this series. So if you want to go deeper into frames per second, I really recommend you to go to tutorial number 2. And I also recommend you to go to tutorial number 3 if you want to have some more information about how to use the QuickTime Player 7 Pro. Why should you go in there? Yes, because I think QuickTime Player Pro is really nice to use together with your more advanced editor. If you have a lot of source file, you know, the QuickTime Player Pro is so easy to do slowdown with and everything. So then it's really nice to have knowledge to use this QuickTime Player 7 Pro. And for sure, if you want more information about slow motion with GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition source files or Canon 7D files, you could then go also into tutorial number 5, where we are going slow down in QuickTime Pro, iMovie, GoPro, Cineform, After Effects and Premiere Pro. Okay, I hope you like this tutorial. Hope you'll join me for later tutorials. Bye bye.